Guys, it's Taylor. I'm here to show you how to put captions on both your YouTube and your Facebook videos. So that is what we are doing today. Now for YouTube, obviously go to the website. That would help. Click on your little icon in this top right hand corner over here and go to Creator Studio. Now I know the camera shuts off every time I switch or load up a tab, so I'm not sure if the audio cuts out as well. So if I'm awkwardly silent, that is why. I just want to make sure you get all the information. So what you're going to do is you're going to select the video and hit edit. And once it loads, we're going to go over to subtitles or closed captions. Now, I was playing with this earlier, so it has recovered edits. The way I shared my screen didn't work out, so I canceled it. But anyway, after you upload a video, give it about 20 or 30 minutes. It depends on the length of the video. 20-30 minutes is usually the max that I've noticed. And YouTube will automatically caption videos for you. If you get there, if you upload it and go instantly into captions, this English automatic is not going to be here. But since we uploaded this a while ago, we're going to go ahead and then what you're going to do is you're going to hit edit and overwrite because it saved my other ones previously. Normally you won't have to overwrite. If you hit edit, it'll instantly come to this screen. And then I'm just going to change a couple of things on this one. I'm not here yet, so... And then once you're done editing the video, you're going to hit Save Changes. But just to show you a little bit more, down here you can make sure that the captions are with the right time because sometimes it does get off a little bit, or even further down, sometimes it'll have blank spots where it didn't catch the words. That doesn't happen very often, but it does sometimes. And I definitely suggest, if you're captioning your videos, to look over it and edit it because YouTube does misspell words. It's not perfect. It was something made by a human. Humans aren't perfect. And also, what I like to do is I make sure that there's still punctuation, you know, periods, question marks. I'm not really big on the commas, but I will if I know that it's an obvious comma. Now, for me, doing a video and the captions, if I don't focus on punctuation, it usually takes me the length of the video up to 10 minutes more to do all of the captions. If I do focus on punctuation, it's about twice the length of the video for me. And I do focus on punctuation because if people are listening to this and either can't hear or don't have the audio turned on, if they're just reading an essay without punctuation, how annoying and frustrating is that? So I like to make sure, you know, how was this said? Make sure the message comes across, you know, perfectly. And I mean, if people change when they talk, you know, it's just easier to focus on the words instead of everybody's faces and whatnot and trying to read it like that. So I do focus on punctuation. Totally up to you, though. That's just my spiel about it. And if the timing is off, now these little areas right here is when nothing has been said, so that's a little easier to tell when stuff is quiet. I do like to have it back to back. That way the caption transitions a little bit better. I don't suggest more than 2 lines of captions right here. If it becomes more than that, you can hit enter in between here and it'll create another time slot between when you paused it and the next caption. So if I were to hit enter right now, it would cut this in half. Let me pull it back a little bit. Well, it changes. Let's just say I was listening to this, right? And I started it. So it pulls you to where the thing is. Now, I typically would want to make this a little better spaced. So you see how it's 2 lines right here, just backspace. and then hit space, and it'll combine it into one line, which I think is a little better. And then if I were to hit enter right here, that's awesome. It would cut it right here at the 1 minute and 54 mark, and it would go until this next one right here. And so I basically cut this into 2, and I can change, add it that way. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, ask me questions and I will try to better explain it, or I can show you in a different video. Now, whatever changes you make, you'll hit Save Changes. Okay, now you'll see that you have the English automatic and then the English that you edited. So they're both published. What I like to do, because the captions that I've noticed automatically go to the generated captions, not the edited ones. So you want to go to the English automatic again. And then just unpublish them. That won't delete them. It'll keep them there in case, something were to happen, but I would unpublish them. All right, and save changes. You can delete the draft. Once I have edited a whole video, I do actually delete the draft because I don't need it. Totally don't have to, though. Actually, I think I just did that wrong, but that's okay. We will fix it. That might also be why I delete them, is so I don't have to go through this. Oh, it did work. Okay, perfect. So now only the English ones are published, and those are the ones that you have edited. Everything looks good. Everything is spelled correctly. If there are some... I'm not an interior designer, so sometimes I don't know the names of people or companies or whatnot. I definitely Google them to make sure that everything's correct, and that way people know what they are talking about, and I don't just mess it all up. That's just me, though. Okay, and the next way... Sorry about that. Okay, the next way is... I think my mouse is messing up on me. Oh, it's thinking, that's why. There we go. I was just impatient. Okay, so the next way is, again, I was messing with it, so we have some of the English ones. If you do add new subtitles or closed captions, and you hit English, or whichever language you need, thinking... Now, the upload a file I have not done very often. Well, actually at all. I believe... Yes. So if you have a video transcribed elsewhere, and you download what is the SRT file, which I will show you in a minute with YouTube, you can upload it right there. Oh, excuse me. Create new subtitles or closed captions is what I just showed you. If you do it again before YouTube has had a time to generate it, you'll just have blank captions with the 00 time, and you have to spend a lot more time doing the captions that way. Transcribe and auto sync is what I want to show you, though. So for this one, what I had done is I had typed out the whole transcript on a Word document. Um, and you can also do it here. What I typically do when I'm transcribing, though, is I use two computers if I do it this way, because then you can just hit spacebar to pause the video, and you can slow it down if you need to make sure you can hear it. I don't know if I had mentioned that already, but you can type everything in here, or what I did was a Word document. So what I did is I typed it out. I hit an enter when every time someone else talks. But we're just going to Control A to select it all, and then Control C to copy. And I don't need that anymore. And then we're just going to Control V to paste it all. Now what you do is you set timings. And this is just a grammar thing. It's an add-on that I have. So after that, it takes everything you already typed out and it sets the timings to it. Now when I did the eDesign panel, unfortunately, the audio quality was so bad that I had typed everything out because YouTube didn't catch anything. It didn't give me any auto-generated captions. And when I typed it all out and set the timings, it didn't work out right. It had the first line that lasted 3 to 5 minutes, and I still actually need to fix that. However, the other ones that I have done this way, the timing worked out perfectly. So it depends on audio quality and whatnot. So this takes a couple minutes. I'd say about as long as you upload a YouTube video. I haven't actually completely set the timing or know how long it takes because I've always minimized the screen and just gone on and done something else. So while that's doing its thing, I will go over here to show you how to download it, to get the file, to upload it into Facebook if you want to do it that way. So this one I have already done captions for. It's from February 5th, so I just haven't deleted it off of YouTube. Now, to download the file to get it to Facebook, you have to click on the captions that you have already done. Okay, and you'll hit Actions. And you're going to download, and it's going to be an SRT file. So go ahead and download that. Now, typically, if I'm just using YouTube to caption Facebook videos, I'll go ahead and delete these. I haven't yet for this one, and I'm glad I didn't. So here, we'll go to Facebook. And actually, real quick, so when you go to Facebook to do your videos, they just changed this recently, so it's not what I was used to. I actually had to look it up because they changed it. Way to go, Facebook. So you'll go to your business page, you'll go to Publishing Tools, and it'll bring you to your video library, and you'll basically just edit the video. And I've already hit edit, and this is what it pulled up. So it usually pulls you up on this video detail screen, and that'll be the description, the video, and all that. So you'll go down to Subtitles and Captions. And this is blurred out, which is what made me have to do the research because it didn't used to be this way. You could just upload it. But you'll just go to Video Language and select. You'll type in English. Okay, and then upload. So I went to downloads. This is the captions, the one right here. And typically, Facebook used to make you have to change the file name, so we'll see if that's still the case. And you'll open. Yes, okay, so it says you have to change the file name to a .en underscore us .srt instead of just srt. So I'll go to downloads. Sorry for all of this mess. Yes, today. So right click and we're going to rename. And we're just going to put in, whoop. I usually do the title of the video. That way it's easier to find other than just, captions. Coffee Talk. .en underscore us .srt and enter. So now, when I upload it, it's right here. Maybe. Okay, why? Or us.srt. Before it used to just be in underscore us. I'm going to try that real quick. Okay, cool. I did rename it to that. So let's try. Please remove the older caption file. Oh, okay. That is also new. You didn't have to do that. Okay, this is what I'm used to. Auto-generate, write, or upload. So if Facebook already auto-generated captions, which is also a thing, you can auto-generate it and fix it that way. It's just like YouTube. I would check the spelling. I would check the punctuation. The reason why I don't like Facebook is because typically the timings are off. That's just my opinion. It's a little bit more irritating to fix than YouTube's. So I'm just going to go ahead and upload. Now this should work. I'll go ahead and change the name real quick to the I am human. We're all still learning, so it's okay. Well, fudge monkeys. Okay, we'll change it back then. I'm sorry. I promise I had this all thought out when I offered to do a video. That's okay. At least I'm refiguring it out now, right? Okay, upload. Let's do it this way. Aha, so this is a lie. Okay, so note to self and all those who have watched me try to figure this out. I'm glad I did do captions before they changed it because I wouldn't have thought to try that. So when you do it to Facebook, the SRT file, you have to redo it to en underscore us, not .srt. They lied. So English is uploaded, and the reason why I do it this way also is because it takes YouTube's timing that I have already edited and it puts it instantly into Facebook. So all those timing issues, no longer a problem. Go ahead and hit save. Green light, yay. Okay. And then just to double check it, actually going to just go to page. Also to do captions, this is how I was used to it, page in videos. And I'm sorry I am all over the place, but if I try to make a perfect captions video, I'm going to rip all my hair out, so. Okay, Facebook. I meant February, I don't know why I said Facebook. Okay, February 5th. So when I did, so we're just going to play. Eventually it'll load. There we go. Okay. Okay, why are the captions not showing? You can also do captions this way, by the way. If you click on the video and do edit, you can get to that same. Aha! Because they're not selected. No, that was auto-generated. Okay, I'm confused. This is why I don't like Facebook changing things, but once you get the hang of it, it's usually a lot easier. Okay, this one. Uploaded. Save. Probably have to give it a couple of minutes to. Sorry, this is taking so long. There we go. Okay, so again, impatient. Had to refresh. It's all. That's good. And it shows up usually on one line on Facebook, whereas on YouTube it's the two. So, let's check up on this other one. This one. Oh. Aha. Okay, so this is still setting timings. So, also, side note, when you are doing captions, just because it shows that it is that big on the screen, those two lines, does not mean it is when you watch it in the bigger view full screen. And also, I typically suggest that you don't have writing in this lower bottom part, because if people are reading the subtitles and that is what they need, the words can get in the way. This is high enough that it's not usually an issue. But just keep that in mind when you are doing captions, to keep it down on this spot, keep the words off of this bottom part. That way you're not trying to read one thing and it's over two things and you don't know what you're reading and it just gets complicated. So just to save from complication. I'm going to show you I already ruined the videos. Oh no. I am my mother's daughter. I am, if you don't know, I am Dixie Willard's daughter. She has the worst time with technology, and she passed it on to me. So hopefully can. Well, I was going to show you. I guess I could do it this way. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Nope, just kidding. Setting timings. I don't want to mess that up. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. There we go. There's the rest of the options. Okay. Okay, so if I just go. Okay, we'll show this one. So this is just how the subtitles are, just to show you on the bigger screen. See how it's on the, it's like right below, and that's where it has the two lines. So I'm going to go ahead. This one, we took out the words down here for the main part. We left them on the intro because it's the same intro every time, but for the actual video, we took it out so that you can read it with no problem. So just wanted to show you that real quick. This one. I'm kind of afraid to refresh it to see if it... Haha! Okay. So I guess I just had to refresh it. But these were the ones that I'd all typed out. And again, I would latch over them, make sure that just because it has this space right here does not mean it does in here. I still delete it just because or take out that extra space because I'm weird, but that's okay. And then again, once you upload it, if you wrote them all in a Word document, it's way easier to do grammar, spelling, and all of that. But I would still watch it to make sure that the timings are correct. Which again was part of the eDesign panel problem, was I had uploaded it and it just didn't work. Let's just check a little bit. Okay, so this actually is also a good thing to show you. If you need to combine some, if you go here and just backspace, it automatically puts it into here. If you need to separate some, just hit enter wherever you need. You do have to do it in the audio part of it, not just the words. So if I listen to part of this and that's where it cuts off, pause it where it cuts off and hit enter, and it'll instantly go. So if I hit enter now, you see it's 21.9, 23.9. It goes 22.9, 23.9, which is exactly what it was before. This one actually needed to be combined, but it stops it at wherever you are paused. And I will go through and make sure that this is all in the right timing later, but I just hit publish. Okay. Thought the camera was going to turn off on me, and it didn't until I started talking. Anyway, so then the published will be the edits that you made. Anyway, I believe that is everything, at least to my knowledge thus far. If you have any questions or any of that, if I need to better explain something or show you or do screenshots, please let me know. I will be happy to help. I think a lot of people don't do captions, and it's actually really helpful for, if you're deaf, if you're hard of hearing, if you didn't catch what they said. More people should just put subtitles, and even then, if you do the subtitles, actually I'm going to show you this real quick. Of course, actually I might actually have one saved. So I just wanted to show you real quick, if you download the SRT file, what it looks like if you just open it up. So I think I have one. Let me see. Nope. Oh, that was what I wanted. I just broke everything on my poor computer. Please work. Okay, here we go. So if you download it, you'll see what number captions they are, what timing it is, and those were the unedited versions because we made that into a blog post worksheet instead of just captions. If you were to edit all of that and then download the SRT file, what you can do is use that for a blog post or something, or even as a description or on your website or something. It doesn't just have to be, a video with the captions. So what I typically do when I do that, if we're making it into a blog post, I'll save it. I'll upload it into Facebook first, and then I'll go and edit it. Sometimes we don't need it for Facebook, but I'll go and edit it. So what I will do is first I will take out all of the numbers, the extra spaces, and all of that. And actually, let's see if I have another one I can show you. Just real quick, just to show you, because it is good to know. Well, I guess I can, excuse me, show you this one real quick. Not sure what I did. Nope, that's not what I want. Nope, that's not what I want. I tried to be prepared and then this happens. Let's just do this. Here we go. So what I do is I'll do Control Find, or Control F, sorry, and I'll do Replace, and I'll just go through. These are all the same. It has the colons, the commas, the dashes, and whatnot. So I'll go through all the numbers, find, my number lock isn't on, find zeros, replace all, and it takes them all out. And then you basically go through. Now, the commas, you probably don't want to get rid of them all if you've edited it. But that is up to you. Okay, so once that is done, you still have all of the spaces from each of the comments, but I have learned from here to here is 6 backspaces. And you just press a space. Or if you do it like this, it's 2 space. And you can save it. What you do is save as. And you're going to do it instead of a plain text. A Word document's probably better, at least for now. That way you have access to it later. If you save it as a plain text, it tends to get a little complicated, but I wanted to show you that. That way you can make it into a blog post easily instead of having to figure it all out. Anyway, I hope this was informative and not too crazy. I tried to get it all ready for you guys, and perfect videos just don't work out with me. So anyway, I wanted to show you all of that, and I hope it was informative. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, need more descriptions, let me know and I'll be happy to help. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you around in the club.